Welcome to the Maria Liberati Show, where food meets art, travel, and life. So, what does food mean to you? Well, my special guest today, we're doing pasta dishes all month and some special pasta chefs or chefs that are sharing special pasta recipes. And my special guest today is Chef Jessica Formicola, who is going to share a yummy pastine and cheese recipe. It's really easy. It's a quick recipe. Kids will love it. Moms will love it because it doesn't take long, doesn't have a whole lot of ingredients, and it's really yummy. So, stay with me for that recipe that Chef Jessica is going to share with us. And before we get to that, I wanted to share with you some tips on how to make pasta consumption more sustainable. And since we're always looking for ways to make things more sustainable, so making pasta consumption more sustainable, it includes a few different strategies, from choosing eco-friendly ingredients to even adopting energy-saving cooking methods. Here's some tips. Choose sustainable ingredients. So whole grain and organic pasta. Opt for whole grain or organic pasta, which is often produced with fewer pesticides and synthetic fertilizers. Pair your pasta with locally sourced seasonal vegetables to reduce the carbon footprint associated with transportation. Reduce water and energy usage. So adopt a passive cooking method. Start cooking pasta in boiling water for a few minutes, then turn off the heat and let it sit covered. This method can save energy and still cook the pasta to perfection. Soak dry pasta in water for a few hours before cooking. This reduces the cooking time and energy needed. And most importantly is to minimize food waste. Cook only the amount of pasta you need to avoid leftovers. Or if you do have leftovers, do something creative. Use leftover pasta in some new dishes like pasta salads or baked casseroles, or you can do a frittata with leftover pasta in it. It's so yummy. And use eco-friendly packaging. Purchase pasta in bulk to reduce the packaging waste, or choose brands that use recyclable or compostable packaging materials. And also another tip is, using plant-based recipes. Incorporate more plant-based ingredients in your pasta dishes. This can reduce the environmental impact compared to the meat-based sauces. Use pulses like lentils and chickpeas in your pasta recipes for added protein and sustainability. And support sustainable brands, ethical brands. Buy from companies that produce or that prioritize sustainability in their production processes, such as reducing water usage and carbon emissions. Spread awareness about how to basically make pasta consumption more sustainable. Help spread awareness. Let people know about the different strategies to make pasta consumption more sustainable. And if you have any other ideas for us on how to make it more sustainable, you can share them on social media, hashtag the Maria Liberati Show, and we'll try and share your tips. Stay tuned for this yummy recipe with Chef Jessica. Sizzle in the kitchen with me and my Gourmand World Award-winning book series, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking. Unleash your inner chef and transform your meals into Italian masterpieces. Get your copy today of The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, Holidays and Special Occasions, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, Da Vinci Style, and The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, and Taste the Passion of Italy. You can get your copy copies on Amazon.com, at marialiberati.com, at artoflivingprimamedia.com, on Kindle, and anywhere books are sold.
First of all, October is National Italian American Heritage Month and World Pasta Day. And we have a special guest today that's going to she's going to make a really yummy pasta dish for us. This is Chef Jessica Formicola. Welcome, Jessica. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us the recipe that you're going to be making for us today.
This is a creamy pastina. It is a super simple recipe. It's kind of like the Italian grandmother version of mac and cheese for little kids.
Yes.
It's the perfect comfort food and it comes together in a snap. So I wanted to share it with everybody else. They can make it for themselves, for their kids. It's just a wonderful thing to have on hand.
Okay, great. That's great. Yep. All right. Well, let's go.
Excellent. So here on the burner, I have about 3 cups of a chicken stock. I like chicken stock just because it has more flavor. I usually use a low sodium because you can always add more salt. Can't really take it away. But you know what? This is kind of like a chicken noodle soup type thing too. If somebody's sick or you really need extra try bone broth instead of chicken broth. Okay. So I'm going to bring this to a low simmer. The type of pasta we're using is called pastina. I know it's hard to see there, but it is super tiny. It's like the size of a small piece of couscous, but kids love it because it's actually in the shape of a star, these little tiny stars. So I have about 1.5 cups. The ratio there is 1 to 1.5 on the liquid and the pasta. Since it's so tiny, only takes about 2 minutes to cook, but you don't have to drain it.
That's
you
great.
let it super easy, one pot. I can already tell that it's starting to fluff up here, just like couscous in the broth.
And I just wanted to throw in, I don't think if a lot of people don't know pastina, but if you grew up in an Italian family, usually right when you don't feel well or something, it's always pastina in soup. And that was the
pastina in soup
comfort food. Yes.
Yes, like a tomato base. And we do that too. But this one my kids love. And I like that the cheese in it gives a little bit of calcium. And then if I use the bone broth, a little bit more flavor, a little bit more nutritional value.
Yummy.
My kids are still little, so they're not big on soup quite yet. This one is perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so the pastina is serve it up. It's got a little bit of liquid left in it, and I can show. I'm not going to tilt it too much. Let me wait until the sauce is a little thickened, and then I will get there for you. Okay, so I have about 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter.
Okay.
There is liquid still left in there, and that is perfectly fine. That's exactly what we want because that liquid is going to mix with our 1 cup of Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
And it is going to make a lovely creamy sauce for your pasta.
Okay.
You can turn off the heat at this point because the little tiny stars are all the way cooked. Stir it around until the butter melts and until the cheese melts. And I hesitate to use the word porridge, but that's kind of the texture that it comes to. As it sits a little bit, though, it starts to get a little bit more like a mac and cheese.
Oh, there you go.
I like to season mine with fresh pepper, a little bit of fresh salt, and then stir it around. I got 1 little chunk of butter still waiting to be melted here. And this is done. So other than the simmering of the broth that we've literally put this together in 4 minutes?
Wow. Yes.
It's perfect
I was
for
going
moms.
to say, yep. Go ahead. I'll let you say it. Yes.
Yeah, it's perfect for moms who are busy. You can batch cook this. I even cook this for my daughter and put it in a thermos and she takes it to school.
That's a great idea. Great idea. Yeah, I was just going to say pastina does not take long to cook. So it's great. It is great for busy moms, definitely. And I know kids love it.
And this is a great base. You can put shredded chicken in it. You can do tofu, peas, carrots, tomatoes, anything you've got left in that vegetable crisper can get tossed in there, other proteins, but this is the base. This is the comfort food that every grandma out there and mom loves to cook for their little Italian babies.
That's great. Thank you so much. Can you email us or something, like share the recipe with us somehow so I can put it on the blog at the marialiberati.com, and I'll share it with our audience just in case they didn't get all that. But it's really yummy. For those of you that are only listening to it, because we will put this up as a video, but if you're listening to it, it looks really yummy. Yes.
Smells good too. This is my lunch today, by the
I can imagine. Yes, yes.
way.
Great. Thank you so much for being here, Jessica, and sharing that recipe. Thank you. And we'll be looking for the recipe also for the blog.
Excellent. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Okay, take care.
You too. Bye bye.
Embark on a culinary journey with me and my Gourmand World award-winning book series, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking. Discover the secrets to authentic Italian dishes that will wow your family and friends. Bring the essence of Italy to your table. Grab your copy of The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, Holidays and Special Occasions, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking Da Vinci Style, and The Basic Art of Italian Cooking at Amazon.com and anywhere books are sold, along with MariaLiberati.com and ArtOfLivingPrimaMedia.com. Thanks for listening to the Maria Liberati Show, and thanks to this week's special guest. Also, thanks to my producer, Britton Roselle. And if you have any special pasta dishes you would like to share to celebrate National Pasta Month with us, please share a photo and/or a recipe and hashtag it the Maria Liberati Show on social media, and we'll try to share it also in our social media account and on the website, themarialiberatishow.com. And just a reminder that I will be on November 9th at the Authors Book Fair at the Doylestown Library, which is in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. It's actually the Bucks County Authors Fair at the Doylestown Library in Doylestown, Pennsylvania on Saturday, November 9th from 10:30 to 1 p.m. And all the rest of the month of October and November, I'm doing the Taste of Italy tour. Each week is dedicated to a specific region of Italy, and it's cooking classes. And you can still register, I believe, although registration is limited. The classes are held on Saturdays from 11 to 12:30. You can still register by calling the Bucks County Community College in Newtown, Pennsylvania. Call their continuing education department and tell them you want to register for the Taste of Italy class. And you can find me on Maria Liberati on Instagram at Maria Liberati, and on Pinterest at Maria Liberati, on Facebook at Chef Maria Liberati, on Twitter at Maria Liberati, and that actually is X now, so Twitter or X at Maria Liberati, and on our YouTube channel, The Maria Liberati Show, and my website, marialiberati.com, and you can find all the books in my Gourmand World award-winning book series, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, at artoflivingprimamedia.com. And you can find the books also anywhere books are sold, online, offline, so at Amazon and Kindle. And if you cannot find the books, you can always send us an email at info@marialiberati.com. And until next week, peace, love, and pasta.